Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome to the channel. The first card that we have out is Six of Cups. And Ace of Wands. Okay. Six of Cups and Ace of Wands. This can mean that there is an opportunity to connect with family. There can be an opportunity for you to connect with your roots. There can be an opportunity for you to connect with someone or something from your past. When I say something, I mean like you can be traveling somewhere that you've gone before, or revisiting a place that you used to live, or vacationing somewhere that you've gone before. There's going to be a sense of familiarity within this. This is less of an introduction to a new thing and more of a reintroduction to an old thing. But it is a new opportunity, meaning like a present opportunity. For some of you too, this could have been like something or someone that you'd been thinking about, and now the time has arrived where you can do something with that or do something about that. Oh, what this can also mean too is that there can be somebody that you're connecting with, that you have the opportunity to connect with. I want to clarify this Eight of Cups that I'm seeing. I'm seeing Eight of Cups and I'm seeing Nine of Cups. Looks like there's a question to ask yourself about what it is that you're looking for and where you think you might find that. You know, Eight of Cups can potentially be checking something out and feeling like you may want to spread your wings. Maybe you don't want this. I don't want to be quick to make that assumption, because like having Ace of Wands and then directly after it having Eight of Cups, like yes, it can mean that there's a door that's opened for you and you can look at it and decide, I don't really want to go through that. And that can just be what you feel is right for you with where you are. However, Eight of Cups doesn't technically have to be like walking away from this opportunity. It can be more so like an opportunity is coming through and it allows me to connect with what I've been looking to connect with. And it doesn't mean like this opportunity is the one that you would maybe be stepping away from. It can be something else that you feel you don't want to, I don't know. You can also be, maybe there's just too little information so far to even decide. Actually, in order to size this up, it's going to get more clear the further that we go along. Before a choice is made, what's clarifying the Eight of Cups is the Hermit, and that means that you can be finding answers. You can be looking for answers to clarify whether or not you will find what you're looking for in a given situation. But in order to figure this out, it may not be immediate, because I'm also seeing Temperance here with it. Having Hermit and Temperance is taking the time to actually review and find legitimate answers, rather than just assuming something or not thinking about it or not looking into it properly or rushing to get a conclusion when you don't have enough information yet, or you haven't like gone through things long enough to really see what's going on. Maybe you also want to see whether something is like a beautiful lie or like a temptation to get sucked into something or drawn into something, but then it won't deliver what you're actually looking for. And that can be part of what you're trying to figure out too. Because something can be presenting itself in a familiar way to you, but does that equate to you feeling a sense of fulfillment within that or no? So that can also be something that's being figured out, you know, just because something feels familiar, it doesn't mean that it's going to align with where you are currently. But there can be a comfort within something that's familiar. But yeah, that doesn't mean that you'll be happy with it. Or that it will sort of meet you where you are. Strong Cancer energy. I'm seeing the Chariot. I'm also seeing King of Cups here. So definitely something that you are connected to, something that you're emotionally involved within. It looks like the hardest part is, I mean, dare I say, getting centered. Because the Chariot is about strategy and sort of the forecast of what's needed to work through this in a way where you're actually working through a process, where you're doing the process rather than avoiding it. So Chariot will be a multifaceted approach to work through something, but what comes out of it is you feeling centered, you feeling level-headed, you feeling in touch and connected, while also not being like overthrown emotionally. So you can actually check out what's going on. It's like the difference between the water being still and being able to see everything around versus the water being really choppy and all you have to do in that moment is try to not fall out of the boat. The King of Cups is going to be that moment where everything sort of settles, where at least you will be feeling centered in the middle of all of this. And so you can properly see the opportunity that's presenting itself to you, not just what you want it to be or what you wish it was, but what it actually is and what that means for you then, to sort of compare it to what you're looking for. And this does feel like there's an emotional context to it where there can be something that you're feeling rustling within you that wants something to connect with. And just because something is appearing, it doesn't mean that it automatically is that thing that you're looking for, but it might be. And you being in a grounded space is going to allow you to determine that. So it feels like before you jump to some sort of conclusion here, getting yourself to a place where you can see this clearly, the answer will then follow for you. Cancer and Pisces. Does nostalgia equate to reciprocity? Yeah, you could be looking at something that you felt attached to, or again, that can feel familiar to you. At the same time, it can feel like it leaves you wanting. And there can be a recognition that where you are with things compatibility matters. And that doesn't mean that there's an issue with whatever's on the other end of this. It can just indicate, as far as like a value of something being bad or it should be different or whatever, this is more so coming to a place where you're learning more about yourself and what you need to sustain a relationship that you're in with anything and anyone that you're involved with, where it can feel like it's enough. Rather than that feeling of, I'm over giving again, or I'm not getting what I need. And it really can, by you sizing this up and going into this space with yourself, it can really allow you to not have to repeat another process where it's not enough again, or you're starting to feel resentful again, or you want to escape it, or sort of like go off into some type of land that you drift off to because of not wanting to be present to the current situation, because the current situation isn't something that you want to be present to. And then it's like you're lost again within that, you know, like ungrounded, don't want to be present for it, elusive, those things. I do get a really, really strong feeling of familiarity with this that you're working with, and then coming to a place where you're asking yourself if that equates to a compatibility with your needs, or is that something that actually skews your perspective and you're not getting what you need. And that ultimately is going to give you the answer that you're seeking and what to do about this thing that's presenting itself to you, that you can be giving your energy to and becoming, like, stepping into that aspect of a cycle. So yeah, before you just look at something and you're like, oh, it's familiar, or I've been wanting this certain thing and like close enough, so I'm just gonna take it. It feels very much like, sorry, the washing machine is on in the background. It will quiet down soon. The question is about asking yourself, once you size something, as you size something up, if it actually bears the fruit that you're looking for, or if rather it's just, it looks familiar but it doesn't quite meet you where you are. Because it feels like this is also about you being in a place where you want things to feel balanced within your life, where it doesn't feel like the most simple things that should just flow and work aren't working, and you're constantly like having to go there and check it, like check the numbers again and again and again, like what's going on this side, what's going on this side. It's like maybe you want to be involved in something where you don't have to be constantly watching that, where it just feels like something flows without you having to be the keeper of the scales there. And it looks like that is the message that is going to be forthcoming and come from within you, and what is then going to be exercised, what's then going to be communicated. And when you can work with these factors and understand the relationships between them and like how to get that balance right, that is going to equate to something that you feel fits within your life, and that feels like it allows you to feel like safe within that, to feel stable within that, especially emotionally and psychologically and spiritually. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. Something else that's coming through, if I did not say this already, just because something worked in the past for you, don't assume that it works now. It feels like that's the big thing to look at. Like, yes, something in the past could have fit for you, could have worked for you, but what about presently? Is it compatible with you, with where you are, with what you need? Like, is it actually offering that, providing that? Is that potential? Is it not? And starting sort of there with things. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.